Hi everyone! Today I'll introduce how to prepare Kumiko strips quickly without expensive machines or your hand-saw skill, so woodworking newbies like me can do it. I know it's tough when the Kumiko is the first woodworking you want to do, so here's how I do it. Okay, what you are going to need is only this marking gauge, and that's all. Well, you will also use a hammer and a ruler, but I assume you have both of them. If you don't have the marking gauge, it's available on Amazon and I put the link in the description. What I do is I gently strike the blade of the gauge to push in by hammer, so I can use it as a splitter. With this method, you can split up to 1/8 of an inch wood piece easily. About the wood pieces, you need to prepare 1/8 of an inch thick wood, and I would recommend basswood for beginners. It's easier to make snug fit Kumiko than fancy hardwood. If you want to use walnut, mahogany, and cherry, I recommend finding a local craft store that sells 1/8 Midwest stock wood. It's only about $6 a piece, while getting the same size stock costs you $10 or more from woodworking stores like Rockler. For other hardwood like purple heart, for me, Rockler is the only choice. Now let's do it. First, you need to adjust the gauge width to the strip width you want. Then, run it over the wood several times from both top and bottom. My advice is, just score the wood very lightly at the first pass, so it creates a thin groove line that guides the blade for the passes after. I'm doing it in a pretty awkward position and place, but it's easier if you do it on a stable workbench. This is basswood, so it requires only few passes for both top and bottom, but having tried walnut, cherry, purple heart, mahogany, maple, I think maple was the toughest. Then you can snap it, and that's basically it. If you want to go for more accuracy, there is a way, though I think this is good enough. There is a little fuzziness depending on how well you score the strip, but you can use 400 grit sanding paper to clean it, but don't do it too much or it's gonna end up being narrower. Let me show you how I did for the current project I'm working on. First, I scored it from one clean side, so I didn't have to clean the cutting edge after each cut, but the gauge ran smooth, like you see it. I also cut out wood a little wider than I wanted. This is mahogany, and I can snap it easily. Now I use this planer jig and I adjusted the strip width by laying plywood on the bottom. That's it, and it's pretty accurate. Anyways, that's all for today. Please let me know if you want the video for quick tips of fabricating Kumiko strips like this way. Thank you so much for watching. I would be happy if you liked the video and happier if you subscribe to this channel. If you have any suggestion to my video, it's also welcome. See you!